Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so we've just had a tweet put out in the last hour or so by the time this video goes up from our boy I Seriously, who is renowned for posting, I guess leaks if you want to call it that way, confirming what is upcoming on both versions of the game at times, to be fair. And he specifies here that this is global with a GIF. This is pretty much always how I Seriously does this, right? Just posts a GIF of a character. And when it's for global specifically, it's to let us know that that is the unit that is coming up next. So this is something that we talked about recently in videos talking about what's going on next with the global schedule. Kid Goku, who we expected to come next, because he was the next Dokkan Fest released in order on JP, but obviously we had no real idea what they were going to do and how they were going to stick to the schedule. So this essentially is confirming that the physical Path to Power Kid Goku is the next Dokkan Fest coming to global. So if we take a look at this guy, he is very good. A lot of people still consider him to be one of, if not the best TURs. So his leader skill is Dragon Ball Saga, Youth or Exploding Rage, 3 key at 170, and then an additional 30% to characters that belong to Dragon Ball Seekers or Bond of Friendship. So with the new 200% leader skill format, this guy has 3 categories and then 2 that get the extra bonus. So this is to help him incorporate a lot of these characters and actually make sure that they all get a 200% leader skill. So his team definitely can be very good, has a wide range of options. His super attack greatly raises attack for 1 turn, does immense damage, and then he has 2 different unit super attacks. So the first one, Gathering of the Dragon Team. This one is activated when there's an ally whose name includes Yamcha, Master Roshi, Oolong, Bulma Youth, or Bulma Bunny. So any of those 5 on the same turn, and you get this super attack, Gathering of the Dragon Team. Massively raises attack for 1 turn, does immense damage, and lowers attack. So as you can see, it massively raises attack rather than greatly, and then you get the lowers attack effect as well. And then he also has a unit super, Friendship Attack, when there is an ally whose name includes Hachan attacking in the same turn, Android 8. And that is massively raised attack for 1 turn, does immense damage, and lowers attack. So, in fact, the 2 unit supers are exactly the same. They just have different animations and different conditions, right? So, very cool. 2 different supers. No defense raise on super, which is funny because when people saw his kit originally, people immediately complained that he had no defense raise on super. But when we look at his passive, attack and defense 159%, additional attack and defense 59% when performing a super attack. So post super, his defense is pretty good. DB Saga or Youth allies 2 key, attack and defense 50%. So he's a 50% support unit, so even on like a youth team, right, you can slot this guy in, 50% support. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, and then gets an additional 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. So he's a nuking style unit, so if you're picking up like 10 orbs, that's another 200% attack and defense. He has a chance of performing a crit 7% and reduces damage received 7% per rainbow orb obtained. So again, because he's creating rainbow orbs, at a bare minimum, you're likely to get 2 or even 3, right? So that's 14 or 21% chance to crit and damage reduction. Then he gets an additional 59% defense with 3 or more orbs obtained. Gets an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super with 5 orbs, and then all allies get 8% crit chance and 8% damage reduction with 7 orbs. So I cannot stress enough how good this unit is. He's creating rainbow orbs, making it very easy for him to pick up 7 orbs. And when you're picking up 7 orbs, not only is he getting a ton of defense, as well as damage reduction, depending on how many rainbow orbs you picked up, he's giving everybody else damage reduction and crit chance. He's launching an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super. He's just incredibly good. And because he's a Goku, you look at the categories that he's on. Low Class Warrior, Pure Saiyans, Dragon Ball Seekers, Movie Heroes, Goku Family, Kamehameha, Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child. Like, these guys, like any category, you can just throw him on the team as a floating unit. Because even though he only provides direct support, 2 key 50% stats, to Dragon Ball Saga or Youth, just by giving crit chance and damage reduction, this guy is incredibly good on basically any team. And if you're using him as a slot 3 floater, by the time he's super attacked, bearing in mind you've gotten at least like 3 orbs for this extra 59%, you're getting 20% extra per orb, then he's getting 59% on super attack. Like, this guy is very, very good defensively, as well as providing support and being good offensively as well. Like, for me personally, I really want this unit, even though I don't really care all that much about running his team necessarily. He's just a very, very good unit. His banner is not the best. If it doesn't change at all for global, I'm not sure if it will, right? We haven't had many of these units recently. But you've got Goku, the new Android 8, and then Raditz, Bojack, Videl, Beerus, Turles. Pretty bad lineup, I have to say. I will do a video going into more detail about the banner. We probably will get a ticket pack or something as well. Something to bear in mind. Maybe even discounted steps, who knows. But we'll talk about the banner more in a future video. We obviously get the Android 8 as a side banner unit. This guy is an incredibly good tank, especially with a Kid Goku around, right? Attack and defense 80%, 20% damage reduction, additional attack and defense 80%, and 30% damage reduction when there is a Kid Goku in the same turn. Key 8, additional attack and defense 80% for 5 turns after receiving an attack. And then from the 5th turn, he gets an extra 30% damage reduction and recovers 80% HP once only when HP is 20% or less. So with that Kid Goku that he releases with, not only can he get up to having an insane amount of damage reduction just by himself, but then that Kid Goku can give him an extra 8% by picking up his orbs. So this guy is a very, very good unit. When he first came out on JP, people were posting screenshots of him tanking Tech Cell Max's super attack for double-digit damage. So he is a very, very good tank. Obviously, he activates one of the Kid Goku's unit super attacks as well. So if you're summoning on the banner, obviously you want to get the Goku. You do ideally want to get this guy as well for his team. And if you just pull this guy and not the new Goku, and then obviously it won't be quite as good. Although this celebration should also include the EZA for the Int Kid Goku. We should also get with this celebration, there's a free-to-play Yamcha, who is actually pretty decent. They didn't EZA him straight away, which is pretty good. And he's actually a pretty solid unit. We'll definitely do a video for him. He's farmable from a free-to-play story event that's going to release at the same time. Should be releasing at the same time as the banner anyway. Now, when is this going to come out exactly? So let's have a look at the timeline here. This is for last year, for January. So January 2022. If we scroll down, you can see this is the section. This is where we are now, right? This is where LR Janemba released last year. Now, obviously, it was technically the 16th, or at least for me in the UK. It was the 15th, depending on where you are in the US. But so we're a couple of days out, but that always happens, right? Because the dates of the year always differ one or two year to year just because of the specific day of the week. But this is where we are now. The mid-January, they released the LR that should have been released earlier, but got shuffled around because of the global schedule. So this is where Golden Frieza is right now. So nothing really important came out for the rest of the month. We're just finishing off this like New Year celebration. And then we moved into February, and you can see straight away on the 1st of February was when the Tech Androids released on global. So if we take a look at the date, that would be, the 1st would be Wednesday. And like I say, for me, Golden Frieza came out on Monday, which was the 16th. So I could see Monday the 30th being the release date for Kid Goku. Because it doesn't have to be February, right? It's like 2 days before the end of the month. So it's basically the start of February, right? So I could see this Kid Goku releasing on the 30th. Or he could just straight up release on the 1st, which is Wednesday. So basically, just under 2 weeks from today, or Wednesday the 1st is exactly 2 weeks from today. So we should see this Kid Goku coming to global in 2 weeks. Now, I think he's a pretty good unit. For global, the only real big thing that we know about, other than the stuff that we know is still to come from JP, we have a Carnival LR banner that should be coming midway through February, which is the Hachiak movie Battle of Wits Goku. And then, of course, Saiyan Day is at the beginning of March, which is on both versions at the same time. So we have no idea what that's going to be yet. but potentially is going to be something very good. So obviously I know a lot of people are excited about more OG Dragon Ball Saga representation, but yeah, this unit very, very good and should be coming to global in the next 2 weeks. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you going to summon for this Kid Goku? Are you not too bothered about him? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.